to USC and were able to come back and win that. Trailing by 20 to begin the second half tonight. El Alfie gets denied, but a foul as London Jones was stuck on Jana El Alfie.
It looked at parts like UCLA was in a zone defense, but they could have just been in a switching man-to-man defense. Either way, London Jones ended up buried in the post by Jana El Alfie, and El Alfie's going to win that battle every time.
Yeah, you're talking about 6'5" on 5'4".
I like the odds for the 6'5" on that.
Yeah, no, that feels strong. El Alfie misses both. And UCLA catch a rhythm here in this second half. 22 points for the fewest Connecticut had allowed in a half this season, as Rice couldn't quite get the roll. Did all the hard work, and then it was halfway down before spinning out. Stays here with the Bruins.
Sarah Strong did a good job of coming over and contesting that shot while staying completely vertical so she would not pick up a foul.
Here's London Jones, surrounded in the corner. Back to Rice. Jaquez has it taken away by Beckers. Was trying to get it into Betts.
El Alfie had fallen down, and that's one way you defend the post, is by limiting.
Wow, Becker's able to hit over the extended arm of Betts.
The entry pass, it's not nearly as exciting.
No, I know how much you love extension on entry passes.
Limiting the entry pass, right? Come on.
London Jones lost her footing, then the basketball in the second half, starting the way the first half went for UCLA. Fudd lobs it in. Chen, what a feed! And Strong finishes it. UConn is just humming in transition tonight. A 23-4 edge in points off of turnovers. Kiki Rice across her body, gets a whistle, and will shoot two.
Page
Lights tonight in transition from Connecticut as Rice makes it 43 straight free throws made in the NCAA tournament. And survives the announcer jinx.
You've only got good juju coming on.
That's right.
You're not jinxing
Let the people
anybody,
know.
friend.
Here's Chen. Beckers, pull-up jumper is short. Arnesalo into the game for UCLA. She subbed in early in the first half for London Jones as well. Dugalich, no look. Jaquez didn't take it right away. Dugalich trying to get it down to Betts. Caught the net, but Betts still was able to gather and finish.
Lauren Betts does a really good job of that. If she's caught off balance, she gives herself the patience and the grace to get her feet under her so she can finish.
Betts with 13, the rest of UCLA with 13. Strong kicks it out. Fudd run off the line and then loses the handle. Here comes Arnesalo. Out to Dugalich. Her three is off. Kiki Rice keeps it alive for UCLA.
Gina Oriana begging for a foul there.
Here's Rice. Betts working El Alfie. Betts. Swim move inside, couldn't finish it. And the rebound taken in by Connecticut. Down the floor, Chen got free, bounces back. Beckers pulls the string. Beckers just 4 for 13 in this game. 8 points. Comes into this one 3 straight 30-point games. Matching her own Connecticut record. First time a Connecticut player's done it in the tournament, though. As Betts again digs in deep and finishes. 15 for Lauren Betts. Bex, who will return to UCLA for another year to play with her sister Sienna, who was just the McDonald's All-American Game MVP. And another turnover here from Fudd, back-to-back. Rice kicks it out. Jaquez. Whoa. Way too much on it.
Again, a really nice contest and recovery by Paige Bueckers defensively.
Here's Chen attacking, dishing. El Alfie finishing. Meanwhile, UCLA just 1 of 7 from 3 in this game. Jaquez on the cut. Can't get that to drop. Jaquez the rebound. Again, unable to finish. Been a tough night so far for Jaquez, the hero of the Elite Eight. Bueckers separates and hits.
You heard Andrea Carter during the halftime show talk about UConn and the pace with which they're playing. They want to go fast, even if it's after a made bucket or a defensive board. Doesn't just have to be a steal. This is a team that wants to go fast, try to tire out UCLA.
Connecticut a 22-point lead midway. Here's Gardner coming free, rims out on a 3, and Strong able to collect the rebound for Connecticut. So Gardner, who hit 5 threes in the Elite Eight, now 0 for 2 from deep, and UCLA as a team is 1 of 8. Here's Strong, the freshman, directing traffic. 10 points, 6 rebounds for Sarah Strong. Arnold dumps it in, knocked away by Gardner. Here comes Rice. Rice, then a loose handle. Arnold nearly got to it. And Gino Auriemma feels like Rice went over and back there as Rice then gets fouled by Paige Bueckers. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Well, Rebecca and Ryan, you detail Lauren Betts' impact on the court, but I think her impact in March Madness goes far beyond that. She came with an article on ESPN.com and was very vulnerable, sharing her mental health struggle from a year ago where she had to step away from the team. She was hospitalized, asked for help, and her openness and willingness to be vulnerable in that article and talk about how she did the work to improve her mental health. It has inspired a lot of people, and as we met with her earlier this week, tears were streaming down her face as she described, "I feel like I'm watching my younger self heal." And she said she's had a lot of people reach out on social media with DMs saying, "You have helped save my life. When you're struggling, the strong thing is to ask for help," and Lauren Betts is teaching us every single day.
Beautifully said, Holly, and it was so powerful reading that story and then being in the room, hearing Lauren talk about it and get emotional, recounting how many people have reached out to her to say thank you for the way that she has helped them by telling her story. Bueckers can't get that one. Volleyed up in the air, ends up back with Bueckers. Strong a 3 is good.
Kiki Rice is working so hard defensively, trying to prevent AZ Fudd from having a similar second half to what she had in the first half. And then Sarah Strong can just step in and make another player hitting a 3 look easy.
Strong's 3rd 3 of the game. UCLA 1 of 12 outside the paint in this one. Betts gets a touch, trying to take Brady, draws 2 into the corner, pass not on target. Arnesalo couldn't cup it in. Bueckers flies back for her 5th board. Fudd gives it up. Bueckers dances inside and finishes, plus the foul.
UConn is moving the ball.
12 points. Misses the free throw. Connecticut just 3 of 7 from the line in this game. Normally a very strong free throw shooting team.
Look at the energy KK Arnold is providing on the defensive end of the floor.
Here's Jaquez. Over to Betts, center of the lane. Becker's scraping at it, and it goes out of bounds off of Connecticut. Hey, don't miss the Women's NCAA Championship game on Sunday. Coverage begins with Eldre and Chene at 2, around 3 Eastern, and then Bird and Taurasi on ESPN at 3. Air ball, foul stays here as Shade gets whistled for the personal. Lauren Betts, 7 of 13 from the floor. The rest of UCLA, 5 for 22.
And as UCLA continues to struggle to hit from the perimeter, that just gives Connecticut permission to continue to dig down and help inside on Betts.
Gardner a 3. That one is good. And to Mia Gardner, the Oregon State transfer, who had 5 in the win against LSU. Strong left alone, connects her 4th 3 of the night, and the freshman is up to 16 points. Here's Barker, Euros in, loses it out of bounds. Last hit Connecticut with 1:31 to go in the 3rd. Handing it off. Barker in the corner, lets it fly, and hits from 3. Now, she hit 3s at Texas A&M. Shot it at 36% for 2 years there. Here, that's just her 6th 3 of the season with UCLA. Fudd, pull up? No. Barker screams in for the rebound. Final minute of this 3rd. Fudd has not scored in the 3rd after she had 19 in the first half. Been more Beckers and Strong this quarter. Rice, missed that one badly. Up ahead, Strong in transition, fillets it home. Sarah Strong up to 18 points. 10 of them here in the 3rd. The lead is 25 for Connecticut. And a whistle underneath against UConn. That will put UCLA at the line. Betts. It's the first free throw. And hits them both. Lauren Betts doing everything she can for UCLA. Now it's 17 points. Strong has 8 of the last 10 for Connecticut. Here's Fudd, 4 seconds left in the quarter. Brady lines it up. Can't hit, and that will do it for the 3rd.
Vẫn luôn nửa nhỏ nhá, điêu diêu thôi. Sau đó là đi tắm cho con. Đi cái này.
Has not played yet tonight, is a normal part of the rotation. Plays about 12 minutes a game. Here's Rice. Off to Gardner, launching way off, and El Alfie able to dig up the rebound.
The balance for Connecticut on the offensive end. Azzi Fudd only took 1 shot in the 3rd quarter, but Sarah Strong had 10 points. They just have so much balance across the board.
Strong gets a catch, finishes, plus the foul. It's another 20-point night for Sarah Strong.
A beautiful high-low pass. Janet L. We had a chance to meet with her the other day, and how shy she can be in certain settings. And did you see like the embarrassed smile on her face as her teammates are coming over and chest bumping her and giving her 5s?
Although Paige Becker swears that behind closed doors, Sarah Strong is, quote, a yapper. Oh, Kiki Rice couldn't quite pizza pie it in. Here's Chen. Chen looking for Beckers. Off to Fudd. Fudd stood up. 7 to shoot. Chen lets it fly. Off, and Gardner the rebound. Easy Fudd with 19, Beckers with 12, Sarah Strong with 20. That trio has been the most efficient trio in basketball this season.
Another terrific closeout by Paige Beckers when the ball went into the post and then reversed.
Beckers, smooth.
UConn has worked on that, not only here at the Final Four, but in the regional as well, doing multiple drills of getting the ball in the post, doubling, and then Xing out, and Paige Beckers has done it brilliantly here today.
Beckers seeking that elusive first title. Betts, deep catch, and a foul on the floor. Now, Sarah Strong hit the 20-point mark, but he better at this time of year than Brianna Stewart. 4 straight national championships, 4 straight Final Four Most Outstanding Player awards. Lauren Betts able to finish. Lauren Betts up to 19. The lead is 25 for Connecticut. It'll be a quick turnaround to Sunday afternoon for these teams. Here's Strong, fakes the 3, gonna drive it and finish it. Sarah Strong, the freshman, is always under control. She has 22.
It's a 6'2" post player who is 9 of 12 and 4 of 6 from 3. Has played sturdy defense all game long as well.
Ties her tournament high with 22. Betts surrounded. Rice looking back in. Dugalich lets it fly. No. Rebound. Chen had it, and then Shade fouls Jaquez. Chen in the air.
Sarah Strong in a nondescript gym the summer after her freshman year. Jamelle Elliott was walking through the tournament, and she saw Nikisha Sales, a former UConn great. She said, "Where are you going? To a court way out in the back?" She said, "Well, there's this kid out there." And so she went out, she saw her for the first time. Jamelle Elliott quickly called Gino and said, "I just found the best player in America," and she's not far off. Freshman of the year this year nationally, and Sarah Strong continues to impress. But good job, Jamelle Elliott. You saw a good one.
Yeah, Gino Auriemma said it was an AAU program where, you know, they don't put you anywhere near the premier gyms. So it took some finding. And then Jamelle immediately called him to say, yeah, I found the best player in the class. And Sarah Strong has just been incredible. And even talking to Gino Auriemma earlier this season, Rebecca, he would marvel at the instincts for the game that Sarah has, the things you can't teach, and how she does so many upperclassmen-like things right away in this collegiate career.
And she comes into this Final Four leading UConn this NCAA tournament in assists.
Right.
Her feel is just incredible.
As the #1 recruit this past year, as Arnold picks up the personal in the backcourt. Sarah Strong with yet another 20-point game. She has matched Maya Moore and Paige Beckers for the most by a UConn freshman in the last 25 seasons, as Chen whacks that out of bounds. We talked about that number with the net rating for Beckers, Strong, and Fudd entering this game. When those 3 are on the floor together, they have outscored opponents by an absolutely absurd 48 points per 100 possessions. And tonight, that number likely to only go up. We can't guarantee it because it's already really high, but they've been pretty great together again. Timeout taken with 6:21 to go in the 4th. Connecticut at 20. in the second half. Aubrey Griffin getting minutes now for Connecticut. She did not play in the Sweet 16. Then in the Elite Eight, came on to start the fourth quarter after USC had gone on a run and cut Connecticut's lead to 5. And Griffin played a big role in why Connecticut was able to separate in that fourth from USC.
One of UConn's best athletes, can certainly be impactful on both ends of the floor.
Connecticut's big three was all delivered tonight. Here's Griffin, handing it off. Arnold bounces in. Oh, what a look. Strong to Griffin, unable to finish on a really nice looking play. Under 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Here's Kiki Rice. Corey Close has talked about how much Rice has grown in her ability to read the game as the point guard while still being a downhill driver. That's always her first instinct. Dugalich can't finish. Another good contest from Beckers. Strong hands it off. Beckers goes cross court. Chen through the lane. Can't flip it in, but gets a whistle. And Caitlin Chen is going to shoot. He's going to add this one.
We will add this one.
I loved Elle Duncan quiz Paige after Gino had left. He said, all right, Gino said there's been 3 games only where you guys have fired on all cylinders. Can you guess them? And Paige nailed all 3.
She did.
Gino talked the other day about how much he's going to miss Paige Beckers. They've had such a unique relationship throughout her career here over 5 years at Connecticut. Remember her freshman year as she checks out to a nice ovation here in Tampa. The famous back slap of Gino Auriemma.
Backside slap?
Yeah, backside slap. Remember talking to Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird, and them telling you as well, we never would have gotten away with that as a freshman with Gino.
Nor would they have tried.
But those two will be moving on to the WNBA draft, where she is the projected #1 overall pick, which the Dallas Wings currently have. As Betts hits the jumper, it's been a good showing for Lauren Betts. 23 points, 10 of 16 from the floor. And an outstanding season from the first-team All-American, who will be back for UCLA next year. Strong, nice look. Arnold banks it in. 29-point edge for Connecticut. Jones throws it away out of bounds, and it's going to be...
Đậy, vung lại, chờ cho khoai chín, chờ cho khoai chín, chờ cho khoai chín. Bị rơi rồi. Bị rơi ra ngoài mất cọng. Đấy, không sao, bị nhặt ra rồi. Chờ cho khoai chín, han hơ, đậy vung lại. Đấy, dùng một cái vung đậy lại. Khoai mau chín. Vẫn đun lửa nhỏ nhá, liu riu thôi. Sau đó là đi tắm